area, but what's up? This is about that. So I guess the dash and body cam footage was released about that Seattle police officer that was an emergency call. Didn't even use a siren, barely even use the lights. Ran over and killed a pedestrian. Well, there's a footage about that. There's a couple parts. So check it out.
Welcome to I Know What You Did Last Shift, where we show everyone why police are the standing army our founding fathers warned us against. Today's video takes us to Seattle, Washington. Officer Kevin Dave was responding to a high priority call at upwards of 74 miles per hour when he hit and killed Janavi Kandula in a crosswalk at 8 p.m. on January 23rd. Dave had chirped his siren but did not have it running consistently as he plowed into Kandula, a 23-year-old master's student at Northeastern University's Seattle campus. The video shared by the outlet did not include the moment Dave's car hit the young woman out of respect for Kandula's family.
70 miles an hour.
3 Mary 2, start a supervisor, start fire for a struck pedestrian.
No overdrive for human life.
Is it the same location, sir?
Negative. You alright? No, I'm not alright. I can have 100 minutes. There's nothing for me to do right now but sit, and that is the worst thing to do, right? You just get to sit here. So many questions that are unanswered, so many questions.
You guys can try for body camera.
Prosecutors were reportedly weighing charges against Dave for his failure to deploy his siren to warn others of the emergency nature of the situation as required by police protocol.
And keep in mind, this lady was crossing in a crosswalk, which is legal to do so. And I'm sure she was worried about her whereabouts, make sure no cars coming like that. And this dirtbag cop you see right there was doing up to 70 miles an hour.
I effed up, Dave was heard saying after the deadly incident at the intersection of Dexter Avenue North and Thomas Street, where the speed limits are 25 and 20 miles per hour respectively. In the footage, a loud roar from Dave's patrol car can be heard as the speedometer shows he accelerated up to 74 miles per hour at one point. Moments after reaching the top speed, he can be seen slowing down the car before striking Kandula at the fateful intersection. The Office of Police Accountability continues investigating whether Dave complied with department policy. Officials with the county prosecutor's office said a decision on possible charges will likely come by early August. Time for final thoughts. Now, why is the Office of Police Accountability, aka Internal Affairs, why are they investigating if Dave complied with a department policy? Their own cop struck and killed a pedestrian with his cruiser, and they're more worried about complying with department policy. Also, the prosecutor said charges will, quote, likely come by early August. That sounds like to me they're going to investigate themselves and clear themselves of any wrongdoing.
And exactly what it's going to come down to. They're going to investigate themselves like, well, there's no wrongdoing, our officer, yes, he hit a pedestrian, it's unfortunately, but we're going to determine that our police officer did no wrong. He might get a little suspension of vacation, but he'll be back on the floor. That's what comes down there. And, the police officer, are they going to care about this young one that died? Hell no. They downplayed it.
Or time to cover up and justify striking a pedestrian. Let me know what you think about the entire situation. If you have a video of your own you want covered.
Yeah, they downplay it, but we got more on this one. Hang on a second. Here it is. This one is coming from Fox 13 News, and we're going to get to the exclusive Fox 13 News as well, too, at the last part. Straightly from the news, because I got it saved.
His actions behind the wheel. This video was intended to inform and educate the public.
What you gonna do?
His speedometer shows acceleration up to 74 miles per hour, responding to a priority 1 call, as well as what he did after hitting the woman right here in this intersection.
Dexter and Thomas.
Videos uploaded by the Junkyard News are helped in part by viewers just like you. You can show your support for this channel by clicking the thumbs up, sharing our videos, or hitting that all-important support button on our channel page. Don't want to miss a video or a story? Make sure to check us out and like us on Facebook at the Junkyard News.
We are not showing most of the video from the body-worn camera out of respect for her family. This video is what investigators are reviewing to determine if the officer followed policy. Seattle officer Kevin Dave chirps his police sirens. The roar of his engine heard on his body camera. His speedometer shows acceleration up to 74 miles per hour, responding to a priority 1 call, but within seconds.
3 Mary 2, started supervisor start fire for a struck pedestrian.
Is it the same location, sir?
Negative.
Janavi Kandula was in the crosswalk at the Thomas and Dexter intersection when Dave's patrol car hit her. King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office released the video public records request. First published by Publicola, the video shows Dave performing CPR on Kandula moments after hitting her as several first responders start showing up.
You all right?
No,
I'm not all right.
Look how calm they are.
Officials
They're
say
just
Dave was
downplaying it.
initially on his way to an overdose on January 23rd. It was a priority 1 call, which the department classifies as the highest priority of calls. Video shows him passing red lights at high speeds, slowing down slightly when suddenly Kandula is hit.
What's wrong? Tripping the siren. Is everything down? She was in the crosswalk. She saw me. She started running through the crosswalk. Slammed on my brakes. Instead of staying back where she should before crossing.
The Office of Police Accountability continues investigating whether the officer complied with policy.
I can have 100 minutes. I can have. There's nothing for me to do right now but sit, and that is the worst thing to do. Right? You just get to sit here. So many questions that are unanswered. So many questions.
The speed limit is 25 miles per hour on Dexter Avenue North. In a previous statement from Chief Adrian Diaz, he said any serious traffic collision on city streets, whether officer involved or not, is investigated as a potential criminal matter by the
Right there, you see it. Let me show you that. Any serious traffic violation is investigated as a potential criminal matter. Right there. Criminal matter. That comes from the chief, all right. Yeah, buck stops with you, chief. Criminal matter, but you ain't investigating it's a criminal matter. You know, they're going to investigate in internal affairs, and they're going to come down like, well, he didn't really do much wrong. He had a high priority call, going 74 miles an hour. Passing the red lights. Okay.
Traffic Collision Investigation
I'd like to see that
Squad.
accountability
Further
coming
stating that detectives calculate vehicle operation and speed, lines of sight, lighting, roadway and traffic conditions, witness observations, and any camera footage in the area, and any other material factors.
You guys can try for body camera.
We reached out to the police department to see if the chief or administration would provide statements since the release of this new video. We are waiting to hear back, but have been previously told the department can't comment on this crash because it is still an open investigation with the OPA. The
course,
prosecutor's
and they're not
office
gonna
says
close
it
it
will
until
determine
next
if
month.
charges will be filed against this officer by early August.
You all right?
No,
I'm not all right.
All right, let's get from the source. All right, here we go. This one's on the record and for the record. Here we go.
Officer Kevin Dave's actions behind the wheel, as well as what he did after hitting the woman right here in this intersection. We are not showing most of the video from the body-worn camera out of respect for her family, and it may be disturbing for our viewers. But this video is what investigators are reviewing to determine if the officer followed policy. Seattle officer Kevin Dave chirps his police sirens. The roar of his engine heard on his body camera. His speedometer shows acceleration up to 74 miles per hour, responding
Yep. Right there, you see it. 74 miles an hour.
to a priority 1 call, but within seconds.
What was the priority 1 call? What was so urgent about it?
3 Mary 2, started supervisor start fire for a struck pedestrian.
See, that's the thing. Nobody knows what that priority 1 call was for.
Negative.
Janavi Kandula was in the crosswalk at the Thomas and Dexter intersection when Dave's patrol car hit her. King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office released the video after Fox 13's public records request. First published by Publicola, the video shows Dave performing CPR on Kandula moments after hitting her as several first responders start showing up.
You all right? No, I'm not all right. Just take care of it. All right.
Officials say Dave was initially on his way to an overdose on January 23rd.
Overdose.
It was a priority 1 call,
That's
which
what
the
it was.
department
Fentanyl.
classifies as the highest priority of calls. Video shows him
Look at that. Look at that. You see that? Let me back it just a second.
the highest priority of calls.
Right there. I mean, he doesn't have sirens on or lights on. He's going with the red lights. Not a good look.
Video shows him passing red lights at
Like
high
he's
speeds,
Union, he's
slowing
taking
down
back in
slightly when suddenly Kandula
He's
is
on a high
hit.
priority call.
Tripping the siren as if she down. She was in the crosswalk. She saw me. She started running through the crosswalk. Slammed on my brakes. Instead of staying back where she should before crossing.
The Office of Police Accountability continues investigating whether the officer complied with policy.
I can have 100 minutes. I can have. There's nothing for me to do right now but sit, and that is the worst thing to do. Right? You just get to sit here. So many questions that are unanswered. So many questions.
The speed limit is 25 miles per hour on Dexter Avenue North. In a previous statement from Chief Adrian Diaz, he said any serious traffic collision on city streets, whether officer involved or not, is investigated as a potential criminal matter by the Traffic Collision Investigation Squad. Further stating that detectives calculate vehicle operation and speed, lines of sight, lighting, roadway and traffic conditions, witness observations, and any camera footage in the area, and any other material factors.
You guys can try for body camera.
We reached out to the police department to see if the chief or administration would provide statements since the release of this new video. We are waiting to hear back, but have been previously told the department can't comment on this crash because it is still an open investigation with the OPA. The prosecutor's office says it will determine if charges will be filed against this officer by early August. Reporting in Seattle, Frankie Thompson.
You know, and here's the thing. You know, it's like police officers, they don't care if you live or die or anything like that. If they kill somebody, they don't really care. But if they're one that don't get shit, oh my God, they got the whole, they got to roll the whole state out of a line and shit like that. Even a canine. But if they shoot your dog, they don't care. Because their end goal is to go home to their families. With that said, I'm out here, much up. Peace out.